In today's breakdown, I'm going through all of my January revenue across my two print-on-demand shops. I want to talk about how much time I worked on both of my shops, my listing count in each of those shops, as well as how many of my listings are personalized versus non-personalized. Because this video is going to be talking about all of the analytics like revenue and profit, I want to give a quick disclaimer that these results are mine and they do come from 2+ years of building my expertise around print on demand and scaling these shops. I started my first print on demand business while working full time, just in the pockets of my time, but that often looked like waking up at 4 a.m., putting in time on the weekends, really working hard at growing that. And so I never want to push that to the side and make it seem like this was just some overnight success and overnight growth, because that definitely was not the case. And so with that being said, I just want this video to be something that inspires you. I personally loved seeing videos like this when I was first growing my shops, seeing the potential. That is honestly what gave me a lot of motivation to keep pushing and work through those really busy seasons with no reward. This video is meant to inspire you, not to make you feel like you're behind if you're still in the growth phase of your business. Understand that growth takes time and consistency is really the key of it all. If you are new to my channel, my name is Taylor. Hello. I have been a Etsy print-on-demand entrepreneur for the last 2+ years. I was very fortunate and blessed to go full-time with my print-on-demand business in January of last year, so a little over a year full-time as a print-on-demand entrepreneur. Here on my channel, I love talking about all things making money online, print-on-demand, passive income streams, and just entrepreneurship in general. So if any of that interests you, be sure to boop the subscribe button down below so that you do not miss out on any future videos. January is a month that is so different from December and the Q4 holiday season. And if you are new to print on demand, you might be feeling the January slump. That post-holiday sales dip feels frightening, but it is also incredibly normal. If you really think about it, people just spent a lot of their money in December around the holiday season. People are traveling to see family members, they're buying gifts, and there's just a lot of economic boom that happens during the Q4 season, while also in a time that is incredibly economically challenging. So with that being said, January is often a month where people just don't tend to be more frivolous with their money, which then turns into e-commerce businesses experiencing a slump. In my previous career, I was in the business world, and a common phrase that I liked is that the months that start with J are often the slowest, and I find that to be so true in so many sales, e-commerce, product-based, service-based businesses. The reason being, January starts with J is slow because everybody is broke from the holidays. And then when it comes to June and July, those are the months that people are often saving a little bit. It's summertime, people might be going on vacation, so they've allocated their budgets a little bit differently there. And it's something that is really helpful, I think, to have in the back of your mind when you're in those slower seasons and slower months, because it's just part of the ebbs and flows that happen with e-commerce. On the flip side of all of that, I do think that there is a little bit of peace in the slower side of things. Even though it feels like it's not the most exciting time, I like to use this time to slow myself down, use this to organize, kind of refine my processes, and just set up a really good game plan in my business. So yes, January does have some pretty drastic feeling dips in revenue and views and every other metric that you might be looking at, but it is something that you can learn to expect when it comes to print on demand. All of this to say that yes, my print on demand businesses have taken a dip in January. Am I freaking out? No, because this is incredibly normal. So let's break down my January analytics in both of my print on demand shops just to show exactly what that looks like. Starting with my main shop, I call this my main shop because it's the first shop that I ever started. It's kind of like my consistent bread and butter shop that I can always count on being in the background. The only reason that this shop is at that point for me is because of the countless months, year plus amount of time that I spent literally working on it every single day. But that has now resulted in a print on demand shop on Etsy that is relatively on autopilot for me. That's allowed me to pursue other opportunities and build different income streams in my business as a whole. Currently in this shop, shop, I have about 820 listings. And in this shop, I would say that about 90% of those listings are non-personalized products and about 10% are personalized, meaning they have a name, a date, a year, location, something like that that can just be modified depending on who's ordering the product. I intentionally did not do a lot of personalized listings in this shop when I was first starting it because I was building this shop while working full time, and the idea of manually taking care of a lot of personalized listings just wasn't very appealing to me because I wanted this to be a relatively passive stream of income for me. And when I was first starting this shop, there wasn't tools like Hello Custom at the time, which is an automation software that you can use in print on demand. Now I use it for more custom listings, but back then that didn't exist. And so I personally didn't want to have all of that extra manual work to do. So that's why this shop does look this way. As far as the January performance for this shop, I'm going to pop up two different screenshots here for the analytics. On the left here, you can see the overview over on Etsy. In January, this shop saw 553 total orders with $12,448.76 in revenue, which from the views and visits in this shop was a 4.1% conversion rate. My conversion rate in this shop is something that I've always been incredibly proud of. This shop did not start with this high of a conversion rate, but I've learned over time how to really optimize my listing images so that they are high converting listings. I have a video actually that breaks down the 5 different things that I feel are absolutely required for a high conversion rate in a listing. I will link that video up above if it's something that you want to watch after this. Now on the right is a screenshot from a profit tracking tool that I like to use called Profit Tree. If you're not familiar with Profit Tree, it is a tool that is specifically for print-on-demand sellers. It integrates with Etsy, with Printify, with other print providers as well. And essentially what it does is it takes into account all of your revenue collected in sales on Etsy in combination with your production costs, shipping costs, all of your other metrics, and basically gives you the overview picture so that you know exactly what your net profit is looking like in your print-on-demand business, which I cannot emphasize how helpful this is because what I've learned is actually the revenue that you see on Etsy isn't taking into consideration things like your shipping costs, for example. So what you actually will see here in my screenshot from Profit Tree is my net sales actually look a little bit higher than the revenue that we saw over on the Etsy side of things. I find that overall Profit Tree just gives a much more accurate but also clear breakdown of my actual expenses and profit that I'm making in my print on demand business. For shop one, you will see the net sales is at $13,924.22. Now, of course, my net sales, that is the flashy number. That is the number that a lot of people like to paste on their thumbnail of their video because it is often the highest number, but what that number doesn't consider is all of the costs that go into running your businesses. So breaking this down a little bit more simple to get to my actual operating profit. First, we have my cost of goods sold, which for this shop was $5,861. I had $904.08 worth of transaction fees, processing fees, listing fees. Those are pretty standard. Etsy has a very specific percentage. I do believe it varies depending on where you are specifically located, but those are just the price you pay to basically tap into Etsy's organic customer base. Next, we have my shipping costs, which for this shop was $1,679.11. Then ad costs, which have come drastically down in January. I spent $835.45, naturally because the views and visits are just coming down so much. Also, then my ads are coming down a lot as well. If you weren't familiar with how Etsy ads work, they work on a pay-per-click basis. So essentially, you are not paying into ads until somebody actually clicks on your listing. Naturally, if there's less people on Etsy, that means that you are going to have less people finding your products because there's just less people there, which means that you are going to spend less on your ads because there's hypothetically nobody there looking for the product to click onto it. Altogether though, this brings me to my operating profit, which for shop one was $4,094.21. If you want to see a breakdown like this for your shop's analytics, I'm going to actually put a link to Profit Tree in the description box below. You can get started with a free trial, but I'll also include, I have a special discount link that's actually for for lifetime access to Profittree, just a one-time payment. So if it's something that you're considering investing into, I'll leave that for you as well. Even if you're not necessarily making a ton of sales yet, I still think it's a really good tool to have so that you're very well aware of what your costs look like for your print on demand business. Having it just automatically done for you truly beats any type of handwritten work that you could do in an Excel sheet or anything like that. Eliminate the human error, integrate your accounts with this tool, and then you can just see everything at a glance. Save you time, get accurate updates on your expenses and your income with print on demand. If you go the free trial route, that ends up being a monthly subscription. So if you're like, no, I don't want another monthly subscription, then check out the lifetime access link below. Now let's dive into shop number 2. Shop number 2 is my most recent project. I started it late summer, early fall, and it had an incredible Q4. I have my full December breakdown of my analytics, as well as the video that I share about how this shop blew up. I'll have that linked above, as well as in the description for you to check out. But this shop also did naturally take a dip in January. Nothing that I didn't expect, so let's break it down. First, I want to share that in this shop, I currently have 242 active listings. This is something that always surprises people when I share, because this shop, you will see, also has significantly higher revenue. But I love sharing this because I do not think that listing count has any correlation with the revenue and ceiling of what you can reach with in your print on demand business. It truly comes off of finding products that are in demand, things that people are actively searching for. The other thing that I want to add here is that in this shop, I am selling more expensive product types on average, which is leading to higher revenue. My average cost per order is a lot higher, and so my revenue also is significantly higher just from that. Now in this shop, I do have more personalized listings. This shop, I would say, is a little bit more of like a 50-50 split, honestly. Same for this shop. Here are the overviews, one with Etsy, one with Profittree. As you can see on the Etsy side of things, this shop had a little over 33,000 visits and over 1,100 total orders. All in all, that broke down to about $35,460.63 in revenue. And this shop is at a 3.4% conversion rate, which is a little bit higher than what I was seeing during the Q4 season, and something that I am going to continue to work on. I would love to see this conversion rate increase to 4% or above. Jumping over to the Profittree side of things, you can see the net sales. Again, this is always going to show a little bit higher when you are looking in Profittree because it's accounting for things like your shipping costs and adding that into your total revenue collected, or ultimately your net sales. So my net sales for this shop were $39,642.92. How those net sales end up getting broken up is first cost of goods sold. I spent $16,696.34. Transaction fees, listing fees, processing fees. Again, those are just standard percentages that come out of your sales. Shipping costs for this shop are a little bit higher. I'm selling higher cost goods that are also more expensive to ship. And my shipping costs broke down to $6,239.83. For ads in January in this shop, I spent $2,812.65, all leading to my operating profit, which was $9,750.45. All right, so how much time did I actually spend working on these shops in January? If you're familiar with print on demand, then you know that it's not really something that you work an hour, get paid for an hour. A lot of the results that I'm seeing in these shops is coming from work that I've done previously, hours and hours and hours of work that I've done previously that has now compounded with time and is bringing me this delayed gratification, essentially. I always like to share this graph here that I made because I think it is just such an accurate representation of what success with print on demand looks like. Oftentimes in the beginning, you are working countless amounts of hours and seeing little to no reward. Honestly, more so no reward in the beginning. But it is something that does shift with time. As you start seeing sales, seeing momentum build, and you're getting more traction on your products, naturally the time that you have to spend investing into your shop becomes less and less and less. And also part of that, I think, comes from the fact that you are gaining expertise, you are perfecting your processes, you are a lot more efficient in your business. And then also the second part of that is that I have found when your shop is actually seeing consistent sales, to build that momentum is hard, but to maintain that momentum isn't nearly as hard. I just think that this graph gives a much more realistic expectation because you are going to have to put in time to actually get yourself to the second half of the graph, which is what I consider my shops to more so be in right now. This is what I kind of like to call the profit phase, where you are able to kind of let things go on autopilot, take a little bit of a step back, and let your shops run themselves to some extent. I always like to say that above average results come from above average effort. You cannot put in little to no effort and expect to see great reward. It just typically doesn't work like that unless you're just really lucky. But there's a quote about luck that I like, and it is that luck is a function of hard work. I think that luck is just putting yourself in the right situations and the right opportunities. And when it comes to print on demand, you create your own luck by being disciplined, being consistent, and actively showing up to grow your business. When you work hard for it, you will naturally be blessed with luck, so to speak. In January, I tracked my time working on both of these shops. Cumulatively, I didn't separate it by one shop versus the other. And in total, I spent about 30 hours working on both of these shops. Now, majority of this time was spent on shop 2. The shop is newer and it does take a little bit more hands-on effort. And I was also actively listing a little bit more in this shop in January. I took some time off in December to catch up with orders, just take care of the craziness that was the Q4 season, and also enjoy the holidays, spend time with my family and whatnot. So because I wasn't actively listing in December, I wanted to make it a point to show up in my shop and create new listings so that I can continue to see this momentum throughout 2025. And so that's what I did. But then the other chunk of that time that I was spending was devoted to submitting orders. I also like to start my day just responding to any customer messages that I might have missed from the previous day or just overnight. Something that I did in last month's video, which some seemed to enjoy, was broke down essentially how much money that I made per hour with my print on demand shops. Looking at my profit, shop 1, we know I earned $4,094.21 in profit. Shop 2, I had $9,750.45 in profit, which brings my total profit in January from both of my shops to $13,844.66. And if we divide that by the roughly 30 hours that I worked, then that breaks down my hourly wage to $461 per hour. Now, this doesn't mean that I literally make $461 every time I sit down at my computer for an hour. This is a long-term business model, not an hourly job. But I do think it's cool to see this and see how the time in the past that I've invested has compounded with time. If I were to have calculated this when I first was starting, I would have been making nothing. It would have been negative. I would have been paying to work on this business per hour. What's next for February? Well, February, fun fact, is my birthday month. Yay, I'm getting older. So I will be taking some time to celebrate, enjoy time with loved ones, family, friends. But beyond that, I am excited to get back into a little bit more of a consistent listing routine in both of my shops. I want to start actively listing in my first shop again, as well as actively listing in my second shop. I have big goals this year, and I would love to make sure that that is a consistent part of my routine each and every week. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below, how did your shop do in January? Was it what you were expecting? Did something unexpected happen? And also let me know, what are you doing more of? Are you doing more personalized listings or non-personalized listings? I think that would be interesting to share and for everybody to see in the comments down below. If you enjoy this style of video, be sure to give it a like. That just gives me the feedback to let me know that you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to boop the subscribe button down below. And be sure to check out the link for Profit Tree in the description if you want to track your real earnings and expenses. If you are looking for more strategy, guidance, and support in planning, scaling, and profiting with print on demand, then I would invite you to join my community, the POD Connection. Inside, you'll gain access to my full program, Plan, Scale, Profit, which walks you through how to go from 0 to 10,000 plus sales. More details on that in the description box below. As always, I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.